Welcome to week 5. We accomplished so much this week. Puppy baths for one, as you'll see here, along with a blow dry. These socialization weeks are seriously so busy that I had over an hour of footage that I somehow condensed down into this 10-minute video. This is the week to get them used to all sorts of things. We have some peanut butter here on the mirror to help the pups feel more comfortable during blow drying. Here we have put them on some gravel, so they're experiencing a new texture. You'll see we do many textures throughout the video. You'll also see we had many people coming to help. Old, young, we are getting these pups used to all sorts of things. Here we have some agility equipment. Here comes a barrier challenge of getting out, walking on tinfoil. And here comes our first car ride, along with some new textures of a different kind of rock. And then, of course, lots and lots of outside play with different people, different genders, different ages. This Power Wheels ride was my favorite. Now for noises. Every day we are exposing them to not only real life noises, but these recorded noises that we don't have every day. And you'll see we added in the bubbles just to add in a new element of fun and to get them used to all sorts of unknowns. We're using planes because some of our pups will be going out of state, and we're going to have the babies crying because some of our pups are going home with places with babies. Here you can see they're doing some manding work, practicing sitting. We can't forget Mama. She needs lots of play and love and care still. Here she is wrestling with Tony, being a sweetheart. She's still nursing even at 5 weeks, up to 6 weeks now actually. She's enjoys nursing for the most part. We have our raw food now with some pumpkin powdered. It will help with digestion, and then we're soaking it still with water. Here's the pups' first time in the kiddie pool, having fun. Some liked it more than others, as you'll see. This little guy Yellow seemed to enjoy it quite a bit. Some of the others hopped right out, which was great because it was another barrier challenge that gets them thinking, gets them to use their problem-solving skills, which is a big part of Puppy Culture and Badass Breeder. We put them on the trampoline, so they're getting yet another texture. We got the soccer balls on. Of course, kids keeping them safe from going off the edge. All my dogs have enjoyed a good soccer ball to play with. Even adding a tiny step up like on this cushion is a great challenge for them. Next, we're moving on to clicker training. Here I show you each pup individually so you can get a good look of how they're developing. So we originally started clicker training by just clicking, giving them a treat, clicking, giving them a treat. And we did this several times. You do about 1 minute to 3 minutes, and then 15-minute break, and you do it all over again. We're working on a little structure stacking here with Purple, and I'll do that with a couple of the other girls. So now that we had already done clicker training with the pups, what you see here is the box exercise. And basically anytime they touch their nose to this little basket that I used for the box, then they'll get a treat. And this is teaching them that when I do something, I get a clicker sound, which means I'm going to get a treat. And then eventually we're going to change that into when I sit, I get a treat. So this is helping them connect if, then. My daughter's amazing at desensitizing, as you can see, stroller rides. And we make sure that my kids are alternating through pups, so they're all getting used to kids. Little blue boy here, he is getting so sweet. He's just very chill, very sweet, but still confident. You'll see some of the personality differences even in these exercises. Mind you, these pups are very puckered out right now. We exercised them before we did the exercise, so Don't be calling me when your pup is wild and crazy saying, "What about the pups in the video?" But this just shows you the importance of exercise, that it can give you a really calm, chill pup who's ready to learn. As you can see how social golden doodles are, that often they're more interested in coming getting love than the treat, which is one of their sweetest attributes. Gray Girl here had a nap after her play. We had a little break in between, so she's a little more wiggly, but for just having a nap, it's actually pretty awesome. You'll see here we'll do a little bit of a structure stacking exercise here with her. It's really best to do it when they're wet because her hair is fluffing up and it makes it difficult to see what the structure is really like. So next time we have a bath, we'll try and snap some photos of some of them if anybody's interested. More time playing with the kids. Also playing with Tony, and I'm hoping to get one of our neighbor's dogs to come over soon. There is also a bunny in the neighborhood that I'm hoping to introduce the pups to for even more socializing. Here we have another barrier challenge. You can see from all the objects lying around that the pups love to carry stuff around in their mouths, so we keep plenty on hand. So this was their first time trying to come up the stairs. We brought Stevie inside, so Mama was the object they were coming to. And you'll see here that some of them hesitate, but then my daughter shows them how to do it. But we never carry them, never enable them. We want them to feel that confidence. So if one's sitting and crying at the bottom of the stairs, we're going to wait for them to come up. We'll let a human or another dog show them how to do it. Now we're moving on to some nail clipping and to the Badass Breeder 10-step touch process. We do the nail clippings every week, and we do the puppy touch exercises every single day. They're really important, and I thought this would be interesting for you to see the differences that can be with each puppy. If a puppy doesn't relax or love touch, it doesn't necessarily mean they're not going to be a good dog. For example, one of my dogs likes to sit at the foot of the bed and likes to be petted, and then will walk away when he's done. My husband loves that dog because he doesn't require a ton of attention. He kind of does his own thing, but he is there with us. Whereas Stevie really loves touch, and so she comes and snuggles with me constantly, which I love. So it's really a matter of personal preference. Of course, if there's a dog that's a little more uncomfortable with touch, we don't want to put that dog in a home with lots of toddlers. Now here's Green Boy. I'm so proud of this moment. See how he let me just lay him on his back while he was crying and wouldn't let me barely hold him for the longest time. So it's amazing how these exercises can help. Also, taking breaks and not pushing them too hard can really help. So here, I cut his nail a little too short, sadly, and so he was sad. So I put the clippers with a treat into my hand so he could see the clippers weren't scary. It took him a minute, but just giving him a positive association with the clipper, since we got his nail cut a little too short and that could be painful, poor little guy. But it's good to know what to do because accidents like that can happen. So here's Purple Girl. You'll see that she's very comfortable with touch. She is such a spaz with other dogs. She loves wrestling. And then with people, she's just super relaxed. And then you'll see here, White Collar, he's a little inconsistent. A lot of the time, he's great with touch. And then he'll have days like this. See how we lay him on his back and he's just grasping onto me. He's not fighting me, he's not crying, but you can just see the differences. Thank you so much for watching our week 5, and hopefully it gives you a good idea of what we're doing to socialize these pups and challenge them, and to learn a little bit more about puppy culture as well. It's an awesome program, along with Badass Breeder. I've been using a lot from both. Have a great week.